There is a character, a book called The Great Gatsby, and I read this book in high school. Compliments of my English teacher, Miss Laura Payton. Props to you. And what I connected Gatsby to is to actors, singers, dancers, the stars of our society. And you might say, well, how can you connect this character to the stars of our society? There are people, they dress up, high class fashion, and this gentleman shows up to a woman's doorstep. He's a big shot, and if he presumes, like, okay, I'm known, I'm all that, I'm the shit, excuse me, then this person must like me. I connected, yes, this character to the stars of our society, yes. And what I also wish the stars of our society would take away from this video, or if you're an actor or an artist or a well-known person, that if you run into someone that is, getting real with you, like that is not kissing your butt 24/7, you don't get the answer you like to hear, you don't turn them away, because there are going to be people who you run into that genuinely care about you, and they're going to give you advice, like maybe like that was not such a good idea, you could have maybe we could try something else, that's not the best outfit, that's not a very good song, that wasn't a good performance. In order to grow as an artist or anything in any field, whether being a big shot or not, you have to be willing to hear the downside of your work. If you hear someone say, hey, look, I'm not going to kiss your butt for no reason, like that kind of should be like a white flag. Not a red one, but a white flag. Because, like I said, there are going to be some, yes, that are going to put you down because they're either, you don't know their intentions. Yeah, there are some that are jealous. A woman once said people can be jealous. They don't realize it takes, you know, how much it took for me to achieve what I have achieved. It takes talent, self-sacrifice. But when they can't cut it, they have to cut down those who do. But that's not always the case. So if you do run into someone that gives you real feedback and that wants you to grow, listen. And when it comes to love or dating someone that's an actor or a star like the Great Gatsby, get to know the star as a person. See them for who they are. See what they like. Be honest and be real with yourself and ask him, like, if he or she would have said, look, I don't have any money, I'm not a big shot anymore, all I have is me. Do you still like me for me? Would you still stick around? Sorry, the camera's shaking. um, would you love them, that person, even if they weren't successful anymore or they would change career direction? You really have to get to know them as a person. You have to prove to be faithful and to be honest, trustworthy, and truthful. Yeah, I guess, we live in a society where we're so consumed by people while liking us for our success and not liking us for who we are as people, as a person, especially when it comes to finding love. You know, don't be a gold digger. Don't just date someone because they're a big shot. Get to know them. If they're setting a good example, then they're on the right track. If they're not setting a good example and they're being wild, then there's a possibility you might have to find love elsewhere. You can guide them, like, hey, like, you know what? Ask them questions like, don't you think you should set a better example since you're in a position that not many other people are? Like, you're more fortunate and you can sing for a living, you're acting for a living. Don't you think you should set a better example? You can guide them and say, hey, don't you think you gotta be better and set better choice, make better choices? You know, so connecting the Great Gatsby to the stars of our society, those are the things that you can do when it comes to friendship, finding love, giving feedback in today's world. You know, you can interact with them on Instagram or Facebook because almost everyone uses those. So, yeah, that's what I learned by combining. Sorry, the camera's shaking again. Sorry. Trying to hold on and get a tight grip. That's what I learned connecting the Great Gatsby to the stars of our society.